To be a Jew, you have to be from the tribe of Judah.
Yeah, get that too, yeah.
You
That's what
understand?
they would argue as well.
Yeah, but to be a Jew,
yeah,
you're saying the word Jew is short for Judah. Like if I say my name is Chris,
yeah,
my name is short. Chris is short for Christopher.
Exactly, yeah.
Alright, you understand?
Yeah.
Or John is short for Jonathan.
yeah. I do
So
understand.
to be a Jew, you have to be specific. You have to descend from the seed of a man called Judah.
Yeah.
But
No, wait.
Sorry.
I'll let you
Okay.
talk. You have to. Your bloodline
Yeah.
is to descend from a man who once existed, and his name was called Yahweh or Judah, and he was the fourth son of Jacob. So to be a Jew, you have to come from his loins. All right. Now you have the other tribes. None of these people call themselves Jewish say they're from Ben or Levi or Simeon.
Yep.
They will say Jew, meaning all of them are from Judah. So what happened to the rest of them?
Right.
What happened to the
How come
other?
their name is not declared?
How come they're not declared? And I'm gonna read something. Read that.
Well, so there's one thing as well, because what you said is true, but also they call themselves Jews, but then some of them claim to be Levites at the same time,
Right,
which
yeah.
is impossible.
Right, you can't
come
be a
from
Jew and a
two
Levite.
different loins and come from two different tribes.
Well, but Jew is the generic term for the ethnic group, and Levi is then
It's not-
is the name of
that's
the
not in the
father.
scriptures.
that-
But the
I don't
F-
need to cut sir.
So I want to say one thing, right? Just to correct it for a minute, right? Now when you look up Levi, the Levites were the priests, so to speak. Yeah, they have a tribal name and what have you, but they were mainly the priests. Okay, but what we're saying to you, right? And we're not being mean to you or anything. We're just speaking as adults here, right? What we're saying as a whole, which is the truth, it's not something that we came up with out of nowhere. You know, this is truth. Because if you notice something, all these people on this sign here, these are the most looked down people on the face of the earth. Why is that? Because the powers that be, they know our historical background, but we don't. We've just recently got that back in effect. We recently got it.
Yeah, but Judah, as you said, is related to Jacob, and Jacob is a
Right.
very important figure in terms of Jewish ancestry, and then they go further back.
That's
So-
what I'm saying. To be a Jew, you can only be a Jew if you're from the tribe of Judah.
Yeah,
You
but-
can't listen. The collective name for them as a people is Israelites, because no matter what tribe you're from, you all physically descend from a man called Israel.
Yeah.
Or Jacob, which is interchangeable with Jacob.
Yeah.
Israel, his name was Jacob, and his name changed from Jacob to Israel.
Matter of fact, brother,
Right.
get that in Genesis 35.
So the collective name for them as a people is Israelites, because they're all Israelites, no matter what tribe they're from. They're all Israelites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, to be a Judite or a Jew, you can only be from, like a Benjamin can't call himself a Judite.
Right.
A Levite can't call himself a Jew. A Simeonite or Zebulon can't call himself a Jew. You can only call yourself a Jew if you're from Judah.
Right.
If you're from another tribe, you're not a Jew. But then they got collectively, the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they were collectively called Jews
Right.
because of Babylonian captivity, because they all look the same. Judah, Benjamin, they were the southern kingdom. The kingdom got split in two during the time of Rehoboam and Jeroboam.
Right.
So the other tribes, the northern kingdom, they got separated from the southern kingdom, Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. So the top three tribes were collectively called Jews. But even though to be specific, to be a Jew, you have to come from Judah. If you're not a Judite,
Yeah.
you are not a Jew.
But is that not something that is the belief and the sort of the dogma that I call him the founder. You kindly gave me his name before. That he kind of gave you as a rule, but is it not just a kind of interpretation as
There's no
other
interpretation.
religions are interpretations as well? Because I'm sure if you speak to Jewish people, they will be able to explain to you why over the years they have then developed the name Jew, but they are still genuine Jews. So is it not a matter of how you kind of, where you put the very beginning of your religion or your movement or
Because I
whatever
want to
you
explain
call
something
it?
to you, right? Because you said one word, which most people say, right? Even we say it sometimes, right? The term Jewish. Now, what does the term Ishmael? It means to pertain to, right? So if I say to look, brother, why you acting childish? Is he a child? No, he's acting like a child. So those people in the land that's calling themselves Jewish, they're right when they call themselves Jewish because they're not the authenticated Jews. Now, how do we prove that? Because the Bible tells you that there's a different nationality of people, all right, that's in the land today, and they're known as the biblical Edomites. Now, when you read about Jacob and Esau, which his name is also named Edom as well, you find out, based on how they look, you find out the description of how the baby came out. Now, Esau or Edom came out red all over like a heavy garment. Matter of fact, let's get that. Matter of fact, you get it, brother. Matter of fact, give what you got. I want to read this, and then I'll get to that point. Go on.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. And this is in red, the Messiah. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
Yeah, so the Messiah was speaking through, John the Revelator, and he said, I know thy works and thy poverty, go on, thy tribulation.
Tribulation and poverty.
Right?
But thou art rich.
Why is it? Because we're under the covenant and we've been given this truth. Go on.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not,
Right.
but are the synagogue of Satan.
Exactly. So the Messiah knew 2,000 years in advance that there would be a group of people that would declare themselves as being Jewish. Okay? But really, this is twofold because this is also talking about the Pharisees as well. Okay? But what I want to say is this. Now, going back to what I was saying earlier before about the prophecy, because the prophecy doesn't state that in 1942, under the Balfour Declaration, that they will be given their land. It doesn't say that. Matter of fact, brother, give me Isaiah 2. Because you gotta realize something. When the Jewish people came into that land, what happened was there was a war. There was an ongoing war between the Arabs, I believe, if I'm correct. Right? As soon as they got into that land, there was a war. But the Bible tells you that when the Jews go back to the land, you wouldn't hear no wars. There would be no wars anymore. Go on.
This one?
Yeah, stop in verse 3.
Verse 3, yeah?
Verse 4.
Verse 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations.
Stop in verse 3.
Verse 3. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
That's it right there, yeah.
To the house of God of Jacob.
And people are not doing that now. You don't see amalgamation of nations gathering to Israel to do exactly what's being said here.
Yeah. And he will teach us of his ways,
Yeah.
and we will walk in his paths.
Because if that was happening, we would all become a part of the Jewish philosophy. If this happened, go on.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Right, go on.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people.
Go on.
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares,
Yep.
and their spears into pruning hooks.
You go on.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
I tell you what, read the first verse. That's what I wanted, but I want her to understand what we're saying here, okay, in totality.
Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. The word that Isaiah, son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2. And it came to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Heavenly Father's house will be established of the top of the mountains.
And what that goes into is that the whole house of Israel will be established as a power over the earth. So that's going to happen. That's first things first, go on.
And shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
That's what it means that they shall be exalted above the hills. The hills represents the other peoples. Go on.
Verse 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
Which is not happening right now. Go on.
To the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
Keep going.
And he will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Exactly, go on.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Now we're going to go down. We had before.
Okay, verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Neither shall they learn war anymore, because all of the other nations, they're going to be under our influences. They're going to be keeping the commandments.
Can I mention something?
And all of these different things. You can wait, sir.
Cousin.
Let's still in order. Let's still in order. Right? Now, when that happens, like I said, I'm going back to my train of thought, all of the nations are going to correspond with our ways. That's not happening right now. You don't see all people going to Israel to keep the commandments of God. So that's something that's going to happen.
Okay, I really want to thank you for all the explanations. I hope you do not feel offended if I say that I take a different view, and I deeply respect the Jews of Israel and all the Jews all over the world. But thank you very much for explaining so much to me, which are Jews for me. Sorry, I do not want to offend you. Thank you very much for your time and your explanation. Thank you.
Yeah, she came respectfully.
I want to mention two things, if you don't mind. One, your eye.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew it.
Hold on,
I knew he was going to say that.
Okay, my brother.
I knew it.
Okay. Is that a genuine, or you just acting like one eye?
Let's just say it doesn't matter right now. Let's keep going.
No, it is matter because
doesn't matter.
it's you know what it is. Look,
What matters?
You
What
know
matters?
what-
I'm going to explain.
Look.
Yeah, he
I'm
does.
here.
No, I'm going to explain
to
why it doesn't matter. Hold on,
discover the reality together.
I'm going to explain
because
why.
the government is falsing.
I'm going to explain why. Oh, I know where you're going. I know where you're going with that.
Because
I'm gonna
one
explain why.
eye is represent
I know.
Illuminati.
Anyway, let's move
So are you really with one eye, or you just acting with one eye?
That's for you to figure out, sir.
What do you mean? You're not making sense, man.
That's for you to figure out.
Look, and number two, Jesus, Jesus,
Is that his name?
He did not born 25th of December.
My man, this Jesus.
He
is
born
his name.
in the summer.
You know that.
It's all Illuminati.
He wasn't born in the summertime.
Spring.
He was born in spring.
Yeah.
You know that, did you?
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Continue
confused.
to speak.
Exactly.
You
You're
continue to
confused.
speak.
Exactly.
You don't
Yeah,
want
let
to
us
know-
continue, sir.
Cousin, they
It's all
don't want
bugged
to
out.
know.
Go on. He got all messed up with his words.
That's Lamentations,
What do you mean?
chapter 4, verse 21.
What do you mean?
But this is what we're getting to, the end times, man. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom,
Religion
that dwelleth in the land of Uz.
We are all
cup also shall
religion
pass
means
through unto thee,
trying to say
and
we
thou
are
shalt
all
be
equal.
drunken,
Yeah?
and thou
We
shalt
are
make
all
thyself
one
naked.
family.
Because when this
So
world
I'm
war
not thinking
happens,
of the way you
that's one of the last prophecies.
okay, you are
Until
racist.
Yahushua comes back.
Okay. We don't need racists like you.
And that's
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why this place is going to be destroyed, right? Because of people like that simply bugged out of his mind.
Yeah, she made my day.
Verse,
Yeah, she made my day, man.
Trying to find some soft spots. That's the
Yeah,
demons.
man, it's just like what that woman was saying. Because see,
Demons
what's
are trying to
happening
kill
is
you out.
what's happening is this truth is getting out, man. And like I said, remember what I said earlier before. 2019 is gonna be one hell of a year, man. Them demons are gonna elevate their spirit and they're gonna go crazy, man. You know what I mean? But I knew what he meant. I knew what he was saying about certain things. But hey, man, like I said, that don't matter right now. That's for him to figure out if I'm a part of the secret society.
oh, there's an actual scripture on that.
I don't want to waste my time.
So you can't take these people seriously, man. You know, once you've been in the shoot for a certain period of time, you don't take these people seriously, man.
Hey, can I say something? That
Certain
woman,
people
right,
anyway.
she come up here speaking on behalf of them rats over there.
Right.
But
Yeah.
she's one of them.
Yeah.
Because it
I
came
wouldn't
out.
be surprised,
No, it
yeah.
came out. She actually said she was.
Okay.
She said she was. Yeah, she said that. She more or less said that. And I can't remember exactly what she said. But her premise when she came up was she was speaking for them.
On
But
behalf,
when-
she said on behalf of them. didn't
But
she?
then she came out and saying basically that she is a Jew herself.
Okay.
Or Jewish.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I
you heard her
didn't
say
know that. No, I didn't hear her. I didn't hear her say that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Just before she went.
Yeah, but so I mean that's just the whole thing. But she knows deep down inside her soul because she was taught lies. She was lied to all her life. So we're just letting her know the deal. Look, you know that like the brother was going into this brother here. He told her the deal about Judah. So in order for you to be a Jew, you'd have to come from the tribe of Judah. All right, and we went into Isaiah the 2nd chapter on how when the real Jews go back to their land, the nations are going to do away going into war with one another. That's why since they shall what? Turn their what? Go back to that precept again.
What was it, Joel? Was it?
No, Isaiah 2, brother.
Isaiah 2.
That's all right. It's all right. Because that's not happening right now. What's happening right now is contrary to that prophecy. What's happening now is you're hearing wars and rumors of wars. Matthew 24. Matter of fact, brother, give me that.
Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4.
Yeah.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they will beat their
And them
swords.
so-called Jews, they're not rebuking nobody. They're just living their little life and doing their little thing, banging their heads against the wall like a bunch of nutcases. That's all they're doing all day, man. Using the name of the Lord as they think they're using the name of the Lord, but the name of the Lord is not Yahuwah. Okay, go on.
But they just say Hashem, innit?
Yeah, Hashem. But they also say Yahuwah.
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
Right, nation shall lift up sword against nation.
Neither shall they learn war anymore.
Right, neither shall they learn war anymore. So no nation is going to go to war. That's going to be the new thing on the planet. It's going to be a time of peace, complete tranquility on the planet. That's what kind of spirit that the earth is going to be under. You ain't gonna have Jakes warring against other Jakes, nations warring up against other nations. Everything's gonna be in unison because they all gonna come under the vibration of keeping those laws, man. Or under our vibration, which will invoke the vibration of righteousness on the planet. All right, and by that being the case, they're gonna keep the laws. The law's gonna come through these people here, the government body, and then all of those other nations are gonna live by those laws. Therefore, keeping the earth in a state of peace, unison.
Revelations 21 and 4. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. Revelations 21 and 4. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Right, for the former things are passed away. You know, because the former age which we're living in right now, what was happening in the former age? You had wars that was going on, even prior before the times we're living in right now. You had wars that was in ancient Roman system. You had wars that was also in the Babylonian Empire, the Middle Ages, and all sorts. Why? Because you had a lot of confusion going on amongst these different nations. They would then bring forth their paganistic programs and ideologies amongst the people, therefore creating sin, creating darkness on the earth. Not creating sin, but basically creating darkness on the earth. But in the new world is going to be us coming into power and then keeping things in order forever and ever. Pursuant to the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter. It's in the book of Daniel, 7th chapter. It speaks about how Zion is going to have an everlasting kingdom. Now Zion is just another way of saying Israel. That's all that is. So we're going to have an everlasting kingdom. Alright? Go on, brother.
Revelations 2 and 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. And that's not happened yet, man.
Yeah, you got it, brother.
There's not peace on the planet Earth yet, because this devil's still ruling now. All right, but that's why it says he has great wrath, because he only has a short time to complete his new world order.
Matter of fact, brother, get Revelations 12 and 12. I'm getting this brother to get all kind of scriptures, man.
Can I just ask one question?
Yeah, go on.
See the Jewish.
Yeah.
Do they not say that to be a Jew is for your mother as well?
Exactly. They say that. They're going off on that. They're going off on that.
Numbers 1, Nikadad. Numbers 1 and 18, Nikadad.
Yeah, that wipes that out completely, because that's what they're saying. They're saying that that in order for you to be a Jew, you'd have to be a Jew to your mom. But the mother doesn't hold the origin of where you come from.
Exactly.
The seed I'm talking about, the sperm. All right, your origin is through your father. Right? Who your father is, that's who you're going to be. All right. And their philosophy is like you gotta be a Jew through your mom. So how is that? How are you declaring yourself to be a Jew, but when you read the Torah, as they claim to believe in, and the Torah denounces that, man.
Goes against them.
Exactly.
When I say that, on the reality of things, there's nothing that correlates with them and these scriptures anyway. There's nothing.
No, it ain't.
There's nothing.
It ain't.
They can't back up anything for themselves with this book.
Yeah, that's very true. Nothing really, pretty much supports them being the Jews in the scriptures at all.
Tariq Nasheed, he deals with white supremacy. He's an understanding of Nili Fuller Jr., Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, and he has a saying when he debates them, he says, "You're just going by, I'm white and I say so." That's one of the white supremacies.
But you know though, Tariq Nasheed, he ain't nothing but a nigga, man.
Yeah, he's a nigger. But that saying, that's ring true. With the white supremacy, a lot of the time when they're dealing with power, it's I'm white and I say so.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't debate into, because I'm white, that means I'm right. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, that's their mindset, man.
That's the mindset,
That's just their mindset, you know?
To Revelation 12 and...
Yeah, 12.
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
No, you said you gotta say it.
I read it again, please.
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
You know, it says the earth. It doesn't just say America. It says the earth. Man. So that's how you know that Esau's the devil, because he's fed these other nations his philosophy, man. Yeah. They're all really down, like, you know, Russia versus America. Putin and Donald Trump probably sleep together, man.
It's just Esau versus Esau.
Yeah, I know, I'm being honest. It's all, what's it called? It's like, oh, you're going to play that role, and we're going to play that role, but they've got the same agenda, which is one world government, man. Same thing. He didn't just say America, he said on the earth, right? Read that bit again.
It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
That's it. That's why everything he's speeding up, like the microchip. What else is this man doing? Oh, this man is doing trade wars with China, all right, which is mucking up America's economy. All right, he's basically in a hurry because there's a short time to complete their new world order. All right, but you get Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, or if you've got any more.
And if I could just say, it says he knoweth, man. He knows. He knows the scriptures, man. Like the apostles always says, they know the scriptures.
Yeah.
So they know that they got a short time. What is it you want?
Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. Because what's happening now, and what happened in the ancient world with the Tower of Babel. That's why when you go to the UN, they're building in shape like the Tower of Babel.
And see, this is the kind of stuff we gotta be talking about. Because, I mean, yeah, we can talk about Esau all day, every day. We can talk about the black women, and we can talk about what we want and all of that stuff. But we really gotta be talking about the prophecies, man, and things alluding to that. You know what I mean? Because these are the things that are mainly important. The things that are important, these are the things that we gotta discuss. Okay, now go on, brother. Like you going into right now about the whole trade situation. Go on, bro.
That's just something.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, it says, the thing that hath been is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
So this New World Order is old, because the Greeks tried it, then the Lord raised the Maccabees up, destroyed them. The Romans tried it, then we took over the Roman Empire. But now he's loose for a little season, man. And his little season, he's destroying the earth. Like underneath Esau, animals go extinct, people get diseases, all right? So he doesn't represent life, he represents death.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of you Israelites that stick up for him, get that Proverbs 11 and 21. Or the ones of our people that are joined onto him, you're gonna die, man. You might actually die at their hand. Because the Lord said we're gonna have race riots, man. And all you jakes that have got white women, and let me say this, man, you can have a white woman all you want, that's not gonna help you at all, man. She might end up killing you and put you in the back garden, right?
But you know though, brother, right? And I want to just be real, man, because I like to be balanced with everything, man. I'm going to just be real. The reason why brothers are dealing with Edomite women because brothers have had enough of the black woman's bullshit, man. I'm just gonna call it straight. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying all of them, because you got some sisters that are decent. Okay, you even got certain, you know, women that believe in this truth as well. So I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm just saying overall, these women have lost their mind, man. They've lost their mind. They're shitty women. Let's just call it straight. That's just what they are, man. All right, they don't act masculine. They don't act feminine. They're very masculine. Okay, there's no kind of, they're not an asset to you. They don't benefit nobody. The only thing that they're good for is pretty much laying down. That's what they're good for. But when it comes to actually doing other things, they don't have the ability to do other things. And you can't even talk to them. Okay, most of them you can't even talk to. That's all I'm gonna say, brother. That's why you have these brothers doing what they do. Because I know, sir, because I walk past certain brothers and they look at me like I'm supposed to be mad at them. I'm not mad at you, man. Do what you gotta do, man. Do you, brother.
Now, when you go back to the relationship with the black and the white, the tribes, what the Most High did, he put, like when you got a magnet, magnets attract, but when you turn them round, they detract. So that's what the Most High did through the curses. Because that's a punishment for the men, because when the men are right, the women are right. When the men go off, the women go off. So and the Most High as well, when we was unfaithful, as we're viewed as his woman, we know. So we know how it felt. It's a punishment.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Now, ultimately, that's all right. Ultimately, when the kingdom is set up, he's a kid anyway. He's learning, learning things. I'm not mad at that. But yeah, like I was saying, in the kingdom of heaven, we all gonna get together. The Israelite woman's gonna get with the Israelite man, and it's gonna be unity. But right now, it's just, brothers got
hard work.
Hard work. This shit, man. I'm shit. If there was an Italian woman, man, fine as Italian woman, that can't do that shit. I'm dropping game, man.
What is that, Mike? Is it Micah 7 and 10? She's my enemy?
Yeah, Micah 7. I think it's Micah 7 and 10. Yeah, that's just the thing, man. And it's just.
I believe in the scriptures anyway.
Right, and it's just maintenance too, man, when you're dealing with them, man. You gotta buy their hair for them, you gotta buy their nails and shit, man. This is too much, man. You might as well get one that's already got their own hair already.
Or like Apostle Tahar says, the truth comes first, not women, man.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't mean to talk about the Israelite, the nigga woman. I'll just say that. Because there ain't nothing Israelite about them, right? But it's true though. I mean, if you got the nigga woman, right, and she's trying to dress like the white woman, you might as well just get the real thing. It's true. It's true. You might as well just get the real thing and call it a day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It makes all the sense in the world. And if you do get the real thing, yeah, I mean it's a demon, because all of them are demons. All of them are demons, but the top demon right now, man, when it comes to all of these women, is the nigga woman. Yeah. Just calling it straight. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be reasonable and try and, make it seem like it's not that bad. Reality's not that bad. No, it's not fucking bad, man. It is what it is.
Can I just bring this out as you brought it up? It's Isaiah 3 and 16. It says, "Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks,
let's get into that.
And wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkle with their feet."
Because they have those little, the jewelry on their feet.
Anklets. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the heads of the daughters of Zion.
Exactly.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
Exactly. And when you're dealing with most of them, they all got that problem. They all got alopecia. They got severe baldness on top of their head. You understand what I'm saying? So when you deal, and the reason why that's happened is because they're a bunch of proud women, man. They were proud back then, so the law said, look, you know what? I'm gonna give you a scab, and that's gonna level you. Most sides basically say, I'm gonna level these women. Because even though they got the scab and their hair is all messed up, they still fucking proud, man. So just imagine if they had their hair on their head. They'll be up the fucking roof, man.
Is that the curses?
Yeah, that's the part of the curses. Now it's not in Deuteronomy. This is a curse particular for the women of the kingdom of Judah. Because I've dealt with these. I mean, I've seen the Judite. I've dealt with the Judite women. I've dealt with the Benjamite women. I've been around them, and also Levi. And they got that same similar problem. It ain't just the Judite women. It's also Benjamin and Levi too.
I will say the Edomite woman is. I've seen relationships with, in the long run with Edomite woman. They're more long run.
Yeah, they're more long run.
And
yeah.
but you would have to really see what they really like. You would have to really dig deeper.
But you just gotta get the right one, brother.
There ain't no such thing as in my opinion. There ain't they're all wicked.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because all the brothers that I know who've dealt with them in the long run and have children with them, they've always ended up disappearing with the children and the money. So they're more long-term thinkers.
Yeah, but you know me personally.
Esau is more subtle. That's why the scripture says Esau is more subtle.
Yeah.
They're long-term planners and strategists.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be in a relationship with a woman, in any way, whether it's short-term or long-term, there's going to be problems.
Oh yeah, of course.
But if you have to be in a relationship with a woman on this side,
you might as well just get you, something, and you don't have to get an Edomite woman. You could get somebody that's outside of the nigga woman.
Right.
That's all you can do, because you're gonna live a better life, right? Everything's gonna be smoothed out. She's still gonna be a demon. There's all of these women are demons. They all got their level of demonry with them. You understand? But you don't want to deal with the nigga woman, man. That's one woman you don't want to deal with. And if you are, and I'm just speaking for myself. Any brother dealing with the nigga woman, man, they got some self-esteem problems, man. If you got all these fine-ass women out here, you gonna deal with that piece of crap, man? Anyway, let's read on.
The Jake women are easy to suss out because they don't know how to communicate. They don't think before they speak, so they're easy to suss out. But Esau, they're much more difficult. For the average man, they're more difficult to suss out.
Right. Yeah, man, that's just how it goes, man.
But
that's
I can suss them out.
That's how it goes, man. But you know what though, like I'm gonna say as well, man. I'm gonna just say this though, right? I'm not saying all of them, but you got certain, women out there amongst the nation of Israel that are decent, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a needle in a haystack, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, brother, we're gonna drop all of that. We're gonna deal with this. Yeah.
So, Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her.
Yeah, exactly. So that's really what we're living out today. Because the nigga woman don't really respect the so-called Negro man anyway. You know what I mean? Because he's not in that position. And it all goes back to what this brother was saying. Because we disobeyed the Heavenly Father, now he's made our women to disobey us. So it goes hand in hand. But like I said, in life, man, you just gotta get on with it, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You can't be all bugged out about these women out here, man. You gotta any woman that's digging you gotta just deal with her, man. Whether she's not a black woman or not, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're going.
Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
Yeah.
Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Because I was watching the Apostles and they have the live stream. We had a couple of women in there, man, taking notes and stuff like that. Look, part of the one